Dead. Everyone is dead. This 360-degree movement, man. It's so good. Hi guys, so for this video, I'm going to be showing off and reviewing the new best Fortnite keyboard in the world. Now, unlike the other keyboards I've made videos on, this keyboard's selling point is not its speed. It is pretty darn fast, it's almost up there with the Apex Pro TKL. However, its main selling point is that it gives you 360-degree movement. Yes, you heard that correctly, controller movement on keyboard and mouse. Before you say anything, no, this is not the Martos joystick that I showed before, and no, it's also not the Azeron keypad. The keyboard I'm talking about is called the Wooting One TKL. I have it in my possession. I have not unboxed it yet, but as you'll see in a minute, this is a normal keyboard. There's no joystick attached to it, there's no sort of controller stuff. It is a normal keyboard, it just has analog technology. I'll explain what that means in a minute. Basically what I'm gonna do is unbox it, show it off, then go into game and catch a dub with it. Thus, without further ado, let's get right on into it. Alrighty, I had to pull out the DSLR. I really need a haircut, my hair is so long. Regardless, let's look at the Wooting One. This is the packaging it came in. I never heard about this company or these keyboards until like last week. Apparently this keyboard has been out for 3 years. It is not a new keyboard. That's what it looks like. It comes really nicely packaged. It is a lot bigger than my usual 60%. It's a nice looking keyboard. This is not a keyboard you would think that would give you controller movement. Literally nobody cared about it until Fortnite took away double movement on keyboard and mouse. So now every pro is buying this. I believe I got the red switches. We'll do a little switch test. They sound and feel really nice. What's cool about this keyboard is that you can adjust the actuation just like on the Apex Pro. So the lowest is 1.5 millimeters and it goes all the way up to 3.6 millimeters. In addition to that, they are optical switches. I got the red linear ones, but there's blue clicky ones too. The way it kind of works is inside of this, inside the PCB somewhere, there is technology from an Xbox controller, a normal game controller, and then a normal keyboard. All of this is put into one keyboard, which gives it analog technology. All I need to do is press down on D, and depending on how hard I press down, that's how far my character moves to the right. So if I just barely tap it, my character will go, you know, like a little to the right. You're not gonna go sideways. But if I hold this all the way down and put all my force into it, my character, as you'll see, will run sideways. It is crazy, and it will not get you banned. What? Here's a better look at it. I have it next to my Huntsman Mini. It's obviously way bigger just because it's a TKL versus 60%. At the top right, you can see the mode. That button is gonna turn it into analog mode and basically give me controller movement. I don't have to change keybinds like I did with this thing. I don't have to relearn anything, and that's part of why every pro is switching to it. I'm really excited to try this out, so let's go into game and do it. Okay, so I have it plugged in. You guys can see it on the little keyboard cam. It has some pretty cool colors. What I did to set it up was download this application called Wootility. It says, Wooting is awesome. And if I click on it, it's basically the software for the keyboard. This is where I can change around all the colors. I can make it a wave pattern. It changes them automatically, which is pretty cool. Then what we care about is inside the analog profile. It is all red, so the color changes when I go basically into the controller mode. We have digital keys enabled, the actuation point at the lowest 1.5 millimeters. That's really fast, by the way. Analog bindings, as you can see, W is on left joystick up, S is left joystick down, A and D left and right. And I know a lot of you guys are gonna ask, no, this is not a macro. There's no controller emulator or anything like that involved. All of this is built into this one keyboard. So when I press W, I go forward. When I press A, I go to the left. The only thing is it's reading it as a controller input because that's the way this keyboard works. Second to last setting, analog settings. I kind of made the dead zone really weird. You can make it linear or aggro. I basically just put it all the way up. That way I get instant double movement when I press it. And then finally, which is important, you want the DKS setting on W and S. I really don't know what this does. The guy who created this keyboard told me to do this. And one other thing I want to show, which I had some trouble with, is that you need this keyboard inside your device manager to show up as an Xbox 360 controller. You can see Xbox wireless receiver. This is all inside this keyboard. It's one device that is an Xbox controller. No emulator, no macros, nothing. And I basically just updated this driver because it was not working before. You select let me pick from my list of available drivers. Xbox 360 wireless receiver. It's going to install the drivers for you. It might pop up as unknown device, but from there, you're basically all set up. You can now load up Fortnite and get 360-degree movement. It's better than double movement, by the way. Currently, I'm on the default keyboard and mouse settings. You can see my movement is so bad. I can't strafe to the right or left. I can barely move. Oh, it's so hard compared to controller players. Then if I press this mode button, that's gonna change it to analog mode. Boom. The whole color changes to red, which is sick. And now look at my movement. Oh my gosh. I can strafe all the way to this side. Oh, it's so beautiful. Come on now. I'm on keyboard and mouse, and I have controller movement. By the way, like I said before, the reason this is better than double movement is because with double movement, you could only go all the way to the right or the normal 8 directions. With this keyboard's analog technology, you can actually go in any direction you want, 360 degrees, just depending on how hard you press down D or A. So let's say I barely touch it. You can see I'm going to the right, but I'm not strafing all the way to the right. Then I press it down more, and I'm going all the way sideways. Double movement never did this. Now let's try some builds. Oh my gosh, it's already messing me up. Just the fact that I can run to the side and build little ramp wall thing. Oh my gosh. I literally have not changed any binds. I'm on all my normal settings. It feels so good. What I said is a huge reason pros are switching to this keyboard, because while there are other devices like the Azeron keypad, the Martos joystick, which I actually reviewed, those have such a huge learning curve. You have to switch up your keybinds. You have to just relearn everything. With this Wooting One, you do not have to learn anything. None of your keybinds change. I mean, I guess you have to relearn how to move a little bit because you have crazy 360-degree movement. Just look at this. Last thing before we go into game is that no, this should not get you banned. You're not using a macro. You're not using an emulator. All of the technology you need and you see from like an Azeron, where it's a controller and a keyboard, that is what this keyboard has. It's just mapped out onto your keyboard. It's so crazy. I feel like Epic is either going to give everyone on keyboard and mouse controller movement, which is what they do in Save the World. At least that's what I hope they do. Or they might just block all keyboard and mouse / controller hybrids, including the Martos joystick, because that's kind of what they did before. It's going to be very, very interesting. All I can say is that this keyboard is amazing. Time to go play with it in Arena. My goal is to get a win, but I also kind of just want to fight everyone and show you guys how good 360-degree movement on keyboard and mouse truly is. Maybe Epic will give it to everyone. Probably not, though. I just saw a guy on the battle bus named Peace Control Kyle.
My name is Peace Control Kyle. Please call me that.
Oh, God. What the heck? That dude scared the poop out of me. Dead. Everyone is dead. This 360-degree movement, man. It's so good. I literally have so much more FOV in fights. I also don't lose any momentum as I edit. I love it so much. I wonder if I get 360-degree movement when I go into the sand. I do. I can look to the side. I'm pretty sure you can't do this on a normal keyboard and mouse. Look all the way to the side as you go in another direction. Probably shouldn't have taken that full charge shot to the mouth, but... Oh, the 360-degree movement! I just fell off!
Yes. Holy. I fell off my build because of the 360-degree movement. I may have my input curve a little too fast. Ooh. I have no mats. No. Oh! No way I just hit that shot. I didn't know 360-degree movement gave me better aim too. Oh. I'm straight up unstoppable with this keyboard. There's not much more else to say, boys. Holy. Oh, I made the wrong edit. Bro. This guy doesn't die. What the hell? Now this guy's pushing me. Finally died. The unkillable player has been killed. Now we got a 7-person endgame. And I have no mats because that dude used all of them. A little sand rotation. Going back in the sand. Wow, he did not die. No! No! I have no mats. I lost. I choked that so hard. I guess I'm still a bot even with controller movement. Overall, guys, that is the Wooting One keyboard, the most broken and overpowered keyboard in Fortnite. If you enjoyed the video, do be sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel somewhere down here, and to turn on my post notifications. Shout out to everyone on the screen for using code JERIan. I appreciate each and every one of you. I say it a lot, but all you have to do to get shouted out is message me on Twitter or Instagram just saying you use my code, preferably with a picture so I know you're not scamming me. It's happened before. Otherwise, that's it from me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Later.